And we are off. Thank you so much, Alex. It's going to be a quick one here towards Long. Jax will defend against the first headshot there. It's going to be towards Rez. As we go into a quick 4-on-4. NiP battling for long control here. Plopsky will have to try and take down Nexa here. NiP, I've got them as the favorites in this one. And for now, it slows down. 4-on-4 for us with the P250. They're about to go with it, but they have got the flashbang here as they try and flush out the player towards that pit position.
No reason to speed things up too crazily here for NiP. Plopsky's alone. It's not like he has the bomb. They aren't stuck in any sort of awkward spot here for NiP. He's just hoping to keep them focused on long right now. G2, they can't rotate off so long as their threat remains. And that may open up a great opportunity here for NiP to put some serious pressure on the B site. There's a window open right now for NiP to pounce. So whether they realize it or not, smoke goes down to block off CT. This has got to be the go time here for NiP. They have to go charging in.
You think so? Looks to be the B split. Amanek in the perfect position. We've seen it so many times before. Great for headshots. This time he'll only find the one so far, but still there. Battling, but it's not going to be enough. 3 versus 2 now. We're pushing through the smoke. Nexa might be able to deny the window, but his timing's a little bit off there. He'll be with his teammate. It's going to be Kenny S down to 12 HP. Great smoke from NiP. Forces G2 to go through the window here. They have got a kit. One more flashbang. Kenny S will have to be launched in on just 10 points of health. Surely got no chance of doing much with this.
No. Oh, he gets flashed as well. That's unfortunate. Timing is off. They know exactly where he's coming from. He will have communicated to his teammate Nexa that Forrest is holding plateau. There's a shot. I mean, there's damage, but it's not likely that Nexa will be able to pull it off. He's got no Kevlar, and he's going to walk right into Lekro. So hard to retake on B from CT once that bomb is down. And so NiP get the perfect start. Yeah. Good read. Yeah, good read on the situation. Obviously, you know, the players don't have the eye in the sky like we do, so they can't know just how big of an advantage they have. But that was still a good call there from Lekro, taking advantage of the situation that Plopsky had offered, drawing the G2 defense over towards A long. And so, NiP get the start that they were hoping for here. Excited to see more of this roster in action. We've been talking about them for a couple days now, Henry. They're looking better and better.
It absolutely is. Really enjoying what they're pitting down. We'll see whether this force buy will lead to any sort of success here. Kenny S, bit of a demon with the scout, we all know it. This time not landing any damage just yet, but it was very, very close. And Rez, he has been so good the last couple of days. He's been my favorite player to watch on the NiP squad, along with Plopsky. Great shot from Amanek, though, but there's the HE grenade. No real damage inflicted. Jax waits for the MP9 with the boost on the site. Things get awkward here. CTs can boost. They can be a little bit tedious to play against, and you can see all 3 of them ready and waiting towards A, but rotating back towards CT spawn, trying to get control of middle. Rez has the A ramp, and then somehow through the smoke, Amanek hits that. Lekro down to 3.
Are they going to get the bomb plant anytime soon is what I'm wondering. Bomb has to cross over here before the smoke clears. Hesitation on the side of NiP, and it doesn't cost them. Luckily for them, some good hold here from Plopsky, keeping the pressure up on short, not allowing G2 to get that positioning, and the bomb will finally get planted. Amanek alone, no Kevlar, and sprayed down by Twist at range. So they do get the job done in the end, NiP. A little bit of hesitation on their part, both of these rounds. So curious to see if this is going to tighten up, if they're going to ramp up here versus G2. G2, no reason for them to get demoralized yet. It's only the beginning of the map here, and they are on the CT side of Dust2 after all.
Yeah, that's true. It is strange on Dust2 these days. This is the pick of G2, however. We said yesterday that they're a great team overall, but they're in their infancy. They don't necessarily have the tactical depth for some of the other teams here. Overpass coming up next could be a little bit problematic. Need to make sure they close this one out. Not the best start. There'll be Felico. Here's a 3-0 written all over the walls. Oh, that HE's going to do so much damage. Oh, well, I'll take it back.
Fell barely short, barely. Sometimes that's the way it goes, but facing a whole bunch of pistols, yeah, Forrest is going to go down. Lekro here to protect, though. Oh, they line up for Lekro. Triple for Lekro with the UMP. Massive money injected into the system here for NiP now. 3-0 on the board, and that is as good as it gets.
Oh, yes.
I'm happy, Henry. I'm happy. The UMP actually got the kills instead of the rifles.
All the money farmed up there. Lekro manages to get $1,800 into his account, and they've got a lovely situation here because this is like, you know, the CTs are buying. They force spawn the second. It's likely they don't have helmets, and that's exactly true here. 3 of them do not. Kenny, Nexa, and Jax unprotected against the UMP and Mag-10. You want to do something faster. You want to stay together. Love this from Twist. Going to be smoking towards that long corner quickly, sending his teammates up here. They want to get out and be ruthless. Rez lead the way. We know he can be powerful from these spots in Forest. He'll be finding the first one there. CTs, do they give in? Will they fall back? They might have to reclaim somewhere else on the map here. I think that's going to be have to be the case case at this stage. Beautiful call from Lekro, managing to get them in position. Great smoke down at the start, and now CTs, they are floundering. They barely have any utility, no kits. 5 on 4, and remember those helmets will come back to haunt them because the MAC-10 and UMP can be pretty disruptive, but Twist will upgrade to a rifle. It's getting better and better for NiP. And now what's the reactive play from G2? They've lost long, they've lost short, they've lost the entirety of the A site. They need to push middle. Semler, there's no two ways about it. They have to get mid control, they know it, and now they start to their push. And in terms of B control, Lekro will be outside the B tunnels, watching for anyone pushing the tunnels here, and that's key, but he has no idea they've got up towards short, but smoke's down towards CT spawn now from long. Will the final play finish up at A?
It's looking like it. 45 seconds. NiP are so patient. Lekro has been clearing out upper halls, so no flank here, but he completely misses the flank up catwalk towards A, and so G2 able to reestablish the defense. This isn't going to catch NiP off guard, though, because NiP had no information to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, okay, well, yeah, the 2 CTs up on A site, kind of expected. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's such a tough break for G2, though, because they had 4 at long. So for it to go so hard against them, at least at the beginning, that's brutal. Oh, NiP have missed their smoke. They put 2 smokes to cross, and they miss it. That's painful. Rez, though, and Plopsky finding value regardless. Jax, however, man of the hour. He can be the one who saves it here. Rez is going to check the angle, walks into it. 9 seconds left. Denies the plant. This is the win! Jax, the hero. 6 seconds. They don't have time to plant, and Amanek, all he has to do is run.
He's done it.
So much to be said for patience on the side of NiP, but at some point you do have to just play up on the keep the momentum in the round.
Yeah, that's going to be a disappointing one for them. The double stack behind the bomb side there. They didn't anticipate that second player. No bomb planted, and the round slips away. Luckily for them, however, they came into that round with a UMP and a MAC-10, so their money's absolutely fine, but this was brilliant from Jax. Really well played there. See him rubbing his hands, happy with that performance, but the problem is they really do have their work cut out for them in the round forward now. 2 for Masters and MP9. A Kenya's AWP. Twist. He's been great recently. Looking for this first pick along. Lots of damage inflicted towards Jax. Surely not going to repeat this. Or flash over. Maybe give it a preemptive shot. Either way, though. Falling back. That's great stuff from Jax. Even with the low HP. Makes it work.
Yeah, it takes that fight straight up versus Lekro. A little bit of a frustrating turn of events here for Plopsky.
I want to throw that weapon.
Yeah, you pick up. They know you're there, buddy. Just take the gun and run. Or at least throw it back over the wall somewhere. Well, they leave Jax solo. And it's Kenya's with an op over here to support on long as well. So G2 on the board, 3-1. But they've actually got a chance now to get a second round going for themselves here. Man advantage is big. Good nade count here for Ninjas, though. They've been doing a good job of holding onto their smokes and mollies. So looking towards a fixed strategy here. From the Ninjas, 2 smokes going into CT. Wow, really? And Nexa still boosted, or Hunter rather, boosted in the perfect spot, still able to look over him. But it's up catwalk, and Kenny's waiting for him. He should hit these shots every day of the week.
Yeah, no pressure applied to him really there. No flashes coming over. He's going to hit a few of these. That's way too easy for him. They should send the open first at least, or at least try and make that challenge work. But at this point, looking a bit desperate. Plopsky will bring one back, but Kenny's still going to be there, and he'll hit his 3rd of the round. Beautiful stuff here. G2 coming online. Money starting to be drained from NiP, as it will be the G2's map pick, remember. They're going to get 2 rounds in a row. Hunter yet to frag, but that's absolutely fine. Shouldn't be too much to worry about in the round going forward. Twist only has $1,900, Forrest at 2K. But he will be dropped to weapons. They've got 3 rifles so far. Rez can purchase himself as they take a tactical timeout. A little bit disappointing, their final approach there. That's one of the most common spots you'll find Kenny S on Dust2 is by the car. And you want to at least be flashing him off, or at the very least, challenging him multiple numbers so you can get a quick trade. They went in 1 by 1, crawled into his crosshair instead of letting the orb challenge first. So
that's the last thing you want to do. You do not want to be feeding Kenny any kind of confidence. I mean, he hasn't been taking over rounds in the way that he used to. Yeah. But the last time we saw him play on Dust2, Hank, he was hitting all of his shots. He rarely missed.
So look at this. So, he's not flashed, and then it's 1 by 1. No pressure from long, nothing to worry about.
No, that's a tough one. And I think this is coming down a lot to NiP waiting so late in the round. They're feeling like the clock is forcing them into these situations. They're not having that room to maneuver. Like you said, if you can change it up and put some pressure along, etc. But when you've got 20 seconds on the clock, you're kind of just deciding, okay, we need to go.
Yeah.
And so tough break here for NiP. 3-2, still NiP in the lead. Saw the coaches doing quite a bit of talking there during the downtime. Perhaps NiP now just going to have to get geared up and be a bit more decisive. I like the setup here from G2, though, trying to bait a peek in from Plopsky. 2 rifles waiting for him. That would have been sick. But this is default stuff from NiP, and I kind of like this, actually. Let's suss it out. Let's see. G2, have they made any adjustments? Have they made any changes on the CT side? 5-point defense here for NiP, just holding everything. And now, with a minute left, they decided time to clear out short, get a little bit more map control. Oof, that was a little off on the timing for the flash, but Forrest still clearing out short. Bomb moving up catwalk. And it's looking like a bit of a rinse and repeat here. How many flashes do they have? They have 2 flashes. 2 in mid as well. Plopsky and Forrest in mid here for NiP. And really, Lekro trying to sell this fake over towards B. So they're trying to pull him out of position. But Kenny, once again, is holding that short catwalk part of the map. He is going to ruin them if they... Oh, he holds it! He gives up on the hold, rather, and falls in, and now he is vulnerable. Amanek finds Plopsky. 2-man advantage now for G2. Lekro can't catch Nexa off guard either.
Yeah, this is getting awkward for both sides. 5-on-3 still for G2, but the bomb's planted towards A, and Rez, we know he can be absolutely deadly in these positions. Lekro's gone for the long flank, though. He'll be in towards that B bomb side. Needs to start nailing some shots now. That gives up his position. Has he suggested it's going to be a B plan, though? No, they haven't taken that bait, and it will be Twist, who will be with the Desert Eagle. Look for multiple frags, can't get anything done. Really up to Rez at this point. Needs at least 2 kills here towards short. Up against the old Kenny, can't do it. And Lekro, they know exactly where he is. It was a decent effort, but G2 are looking solid here on Dust2.
Yeah, they are looking very good, very dialed in. Just a little lack of discipline there from Kenny pulling off that angle.
Yeah.
When all of his teammates are still alive, they've still got control of the situation. He needs to be holding that spot and not trying to rotate through CT.
You're
but
right.
they recover and they get the job done. And those are the kinds of things that perhaps you can iron out as it goes on here.
I think he just assumed it was the B split coming in. His teammates are pushed out long. There was a mid smoke down towards CT spawn, and he was just right, I'm going to go back at the boys and B. You're absolutely right. There wasn't much need to. They had a decent control of that situation, but they still win the round in pretty clean manner as well, and it will lead to a partial bye here for NiP as they lose 3 rounds in a row. 3-3 overall. Xbox smoke down. Very common approach to try and get up towards short. Trade out at least 1 kill, get that bomb planted. See if this is going to be a successful one for them. I've seen them win rounds with less here this tournament so far. These could be on the cards as well. Xbox smoke you'll see pretty much every single round to take vision away from the CTs. Don't have to use it though.
Once again into the default approach here for NiP. All right, with Deegs though, they can still hit headshots. They're still a threat. So G2 can't really be peeking aggressively here. They run the risk of dropping guns, and so they are holding passive. Kenny once again, his usual spot. I still just think of this as the Stark spot for whatever reason. That's old, but
that's a throwback and a half.
It's a real throwback, but Starks had like a dominant map from this position way back, way back. And so unconsciously, I'm always thinking of it that. But Kenny right now holding the spot for the shot, gonna hit it. Picture perfect. Looking for the follow-up, not quite, but he's done his job. He's picked up that one.
Will they get the plan down though? That's all they want here. And with it. Damn. Okay, well, Flops gets his head taken off. Luckily for NiP, that wasn't the planter. Reds gets the plant in, and at this point, no need to panic here. To get together, flash in, trade out the kills. Shouldn't be anything really going against him. Maybe a couple. As Rez, oh my goodness, that's going to be a 3-on-3 very quickly.
There's Hunter moving in. Down to 2 here for NiP. Trying to push in. Nice flank here from Rez, but he's alone. 1v2. Rifle superiority playing out here for G2, but Rez capable of clutching it. Not going to do it. Quad kill for Rez in the round. Oh, no. How did I see 4? 3, but still. Solid round there for Rez.
Could have been the 4, but a little bit too difficult on the last player that Amanek will be stepping up.
Won't make it.
Whew.
Expensive.
Yeah, that is a very expensive round considering he didn't recover the AWP, you're right. That was looking like a clinical one. It was 5-on-3. Kenny gets the first 2 picks. All of a sudden, the Deagles find 2 headshots. Low HP comes in, and it comes down to a 1 versus 1. That's a nightmare for G2. They still win it, but at what cost? Look at the reinvestments required now. Amanek, Hunter down to 0. Kenny, 1,400. Next to 500. So a must-win round now, really. And NiP have a chance to get right back in this after losing 4 in a row.
Oh, change of pace? No. 5-point for NiP. When I'm saying 5 points, I mean essentially that they're just holding everywhere on the T side.
Yeah.
They're just holding all across the map, waiting for somebody on G2 to get greedy. And Kenny catches Twist. That's what you're waiting for. Tough break there for Twist. He even had an off angle, or at least wasn't in the usual spot. Forest trying to trade it back, but they're too quick to back off. G2 not throwing this away. No re-peeks on their side. I'm liking the discipline from G2. So once they have that opening pick, nobody else is really peeking. Nobody else is really trying to make a play. Kind of refreshing after MIBR.
Yeah, there were some interesting moments there, weren't there?
But still. G2 now with a huge edge in this round. Although, you got to give it to NiP. They are very good at managing their grenades. They have them late in the round, but now they really need to get maximum value here. 40 seconds on the clock. You're going to have to go. It's looking like it's going to be another A-site play here. Kenny falling back to his usual spot. He is going to be in position. This is on Rez. If Rez can remove Jax.
It's all about maintaining this pressure towards long. You can't allow Kenny to feel comfortable when they make their commitment towards A. At least got to flash it off.
There it is. Now Kenny's in a tight spot. Pushing up, and there it is. Rez, Lekra working together, forcing Kenny back, and this should be a flawless round for NiP now at this point. Hunter coming in. Hunter with the headshot on Forest, though, turns it into a 2-on-2.
Time.
8 seconds, and the plant is happening. They will get the bomb planted. Amanek still in the mix, rotating over from B. And a flash over. Plopsky turns in time, wins the duel. No, Amanek takes it. 1v2 now. Rez all on him. He knows that one is in CT, but they've dropped down. They're going to double up, and maybe this is going to catch Rez off guard. Have to move together. One of them's got a kit. Amanek's got the kit. Now let's see it. Face together. Hunter running out in front, and that tough break there for G2.
Yeah, there's not really much they could do there. They did try to swing out together. They were fixated towards long, assuming the plan was there for Rez with the Krieg, but he was so aware, it seemed to be given the information, they were sticking together, and at this point, just ready and waiting for the second player, Amanek. Not much you can do about that one, I'm afraid, and it will be a big round for NiP to pick up, mainly due to the finances. We talked about it. That was G2 after losing. They won the round. They lost 4 players against the Pistols, brought them to breaking point in the next gun round. If they lost that, they'd find themselves in this position right here. 4-4, and they have about $2,000 per player. It'll be a tactical timeout for the first time from G2. Don't really have much to say about this round. They don't have enough to really partial buy, or too little to take a full eco. So maybe some P250s at the most. There's a Deagle.
Yeah, Deagle from Jax.
Anything else?
I would like, yeah, because Kenny's going to try and save for the op. So this is, I guess this is all right here from Jax. Deag into the fight. Maybe he gets a headshot somewhere. He's holding it long, or no, he's at catwalk right now. Oh, there's the golden opportunity. 2 shots. He hits one, but that's not the one he was looking for. And that ends it here. A defense has been overwhelmed on the side of G2, and NiP putting themselves in a position to take the lead in the series once again, 4-4.
Best plan you can get. Might as well. Round's guaranteed anyway. Hunter and Amanek on the other side of the map. Nice clinical stuff here from NiP.
Yeah, super solid for NiP. Keeping all 5 alive here in an anti-eco, that's exactly what you need to be doing.
Yeah, G2 couldn't do that before, and that's what led them to this problematic position. No reason to hunt. You've already confirmed they've got USPs. Stick together. Everyone go save your guns in the pit, please. You can see the bomb, that plant they've got on top of the box. If you can get that down, it means you can sit in the pit, and to defuse the bomb, you actually have to be looking up at the C4 itself, and then you can just watch it from the pit. It's like, there you go. So can you imagine you have to have your back turned to the pit to even touch the defuse. It's so OP if you can get it down in a gun round, but obviously the chance of getting that plant down in a normal gun round is very difficult.
Excuse me. What do we got? Not enough. Oh, we could get a glass cannon?
It's not worth it.
I think you're right. Go for the half buy.
Yeah, like, it's early days here. It's your pick. If you're that confident in your ability to win this, you shouldn't be forcing this one. So Scouts and Deagles, that's about fine. You can win these rounds. So Pistols, armor, Scouts. It's frustrating considering you just took a pretty much full eco. But now you get a partial buy. Flashes over towards long. They won't have much in return here on the... Oh, they've got the grenades in. That's actually not bad at all. That will push them back. And that's going to damage up Boris and Plopsky for the Scouts, but B is pretty much open. They detected 3 nades towards long somewhere, so that's why they can just say, right, we know they're on low buy. There's 3 nades towards long. Chances are B is going to be relatively open, which it is. Obviously, probably goes down here. The Krieg, very difficult to control that sort of range, especially when you've committed to the spray. They're going to try and save that Krieg, I'd imagine. Unlikely they can win this, but might as well give it a go, see what's available to them. This should be getting the hell out of there already, but we'll see what he can do with this.
He's really... Well, they're going to get rid of the scouts anyways next round, so I suppose why not? See if you can get some value with them.
Yeah, there you go. They can upgrade that now to a rifle.
So, solid work here from G2, actually. All things considered. Now you've got an AK, you've got a Krieg for the next round. Nexa just don't even peek. Takes the shot.
That's a good run. And they both survived the blast as well. I'm not sure that was quite calculated. For us down to 2 as he took a bit of damage there from the bullets, but he'll take it all day long. 6-4. Nothing taken into the next round, but they were going to be full buy regardless, but it'll be M4s for G2. There is a Hunter AK-47, save for the previous round. Kenny has his glass cannon. Suggests he spent a bit too much cash, Semler, in the previous round with that scout. Long spawn, though. Who gets it? That will be Forrest. He does not have the AWP, but he's got the Krieg as good as. Flashes over. Does he want to fully commit? Looks like he absolutely does. He's getting out there. Fully blind now, however. He'll be going down. Somehow survives. He can't believe his luck.
Okay, now he takes damage, but he got through there. Unreal. Flopsky's here. Flopsky not going to get the double, but Twist finds a kill on Nexa to trade, but the bomb!
Oh, no.
Disaster!
Oh, Hunter knows what to do with this one. Reposition's got a kill here. Really well played. Super strong stuff. Round should be over at this point. Twist locked out. Lekbo shot in the back. Excellent work from G2. As soon as they get that bomb, they pounce on top of it. Hunter digs his claws in, and at that point gets himself 2 kills, and he wants to keep pushing here. Might even go towards T-spawn to get a bird's eye view of middle. I think that's the case. Twist left. They'll know he has the AWP. Needs to be very careful still. Every kill he gets will get him 1 step closer towards that bomb. Has a minute on the clock. Hunter's decent position there all the way in T-spawn. Bomb's still down. I don't see a world where he gets close to it. He's just hoping for reactive play from the CTs. Anyone pushing B, but they've set up a real nice positional control situation here. You can see they've actually got player in towards A, pit with the bomb, and then top of middle just to protect that long player. Nothing can really go wrong here. So you have Amanek watching towards a short position. You have his teammate watching CT spawn. And then making sure no one can get the long doors is Hunter.
Good discipline on both sides, actually, here. If Twist survives this, his team needs it. They don't have a loss bonus, so he needs to be able to drop a couple rifles here to get a full buy for his team. And then same to be said for G2. Everybody's broke right now on the side of G2. You need these 3 guns just to live. So I'm glad that they're not even out hunting. Just wait out the round. Gentleman's handshake on this one. Gentleman's agreement. We're not hunting you. You don't hunt us. Everybody saves. And this is how it should go. Instead of hunting for frags, you play for the money. And so we will have fairly decent buys here for both teams, and it's looking like we will get a tactical timeout here called by NiP.
Yeah, well, Long does lend itself to spawn-based gameplay. Forrest tried it, somehow got towards that blue bin undetected, but then all hell broke loose as the bomb went down, and at that point, smokes deployed and everything just fell apart in the blink of an eye.
Well, that's, yeah, it really does feel like that's the linchpin right now of the map.
Yeah.
Long control, that early nade game, that first pick that's coming through. G2 are hammering it every round.
It's something that's wrong with the map. Like, Chad's been talking about this recently. If you could just move the spawns back and remove that long spawn in the T side, just to not make that an element so more, I think it'd make it a much more tactical map in general. Because, like, right now, if you get the long spawn, like, I cast this map all the time. Like, 90% of the time, they'll take it. Like, it doesn't matter who it is, what weapon you have, you'll throw them an AWP.
So Twist is going 9 times out of 10 right now?
If he has the best spawn, then yeah. So, like, he does, yeah, right. So he does. He's definitely going to go for this long pick because it's a bit broken. It's like you jump over this wall. That's the old French way of doing it. They found out it's like you get like a 0.1 second advantage, and you just take it every single time. And it's like, sure, that's definitely the right way to do it, but like, it makes the map a bit boring. Like, it doesn't give it much tactical excitement, you know? But Jax is ready for it. And we are going to see Twist going down 5-on-4, and that's the AWP removed. So NiP, that's the thing, is your whole round's based on that one pick at that stage. If it goes well, sure, you might win the round, but if you lose it because of the utility thrown back in response, you just lost a player and the AWP, and it makes the round quite stale. Difficult to recover now. They're going to transition over towards B. There's 3 players on that side of the map. Look down in tunnel deep. Buys G2 some time. They've got Hunter inside the right, he's bomb side being baited. You can see Amanek's happy to fire off shots here, suggesting he's at the back. Might do a bit of damage as well. He's done like 100 there. Brutal. AK-47 bullet through the smoke. That's going to push him right back. You know what? Let's not go there, boys. Not working out for us. Didn't like the B-bomb site anyway. A's where it's at.
And Jax has just been patiently waiting this entire time.
Yeah.
He hasn't even moved. He's just been sitting right here. That op is out in the open as well.
The most commonly overlooked position in all of CSGO is this blue box along. And it might happen again because Yorp, as you mentioned, baiting him in. It'll cause chaos with 30 seconds remaining. Oh, the timing, though.
That's so unfortunate for Kenny. Oh, and that's so unfortunate for Jax.
Yeah, but now they just need to run the clock down. 25 seconds. Kenny just needs to get at least one of these, and it should be enough. He needs rotations, though, quickly. Oh, they're taking their time. He's got enough to do something with this now.
Surprise.
Well done. Very well done from G2. Well read, calm, controlled. NiP there, unable to break through. And that's all down to what we talked about at the start of the round, that long spawn. If you commit to it and it doesn't work out, it just puts you in a position where we've lost the man advantage straight away. Not really much can be done here, and they didn't overlook the long position. The timing was a bit off for G2. Kenny fell back, but still, he gets one from the blue bin before he went down. That bought so much time for rotations there. Kenny S tucks himself in the corner, got the all-important frag, denied the plant, and now it's 6-6 of NiP. The Eagles, PT-50s, no armor. 3 smokes, probably a B split here of some variety, but Kenny S, he's going to get one here. It's a difficult shot if they approach it correctly, which they do not. Forrest will just walk into the crosshair.
HE goes off as well. I'm wondering, actually, what I noticed is at Malmo is that Fnatic now have NiP's mental coach. So he's changed sides. NiP no longer have the performance coach that they had before. He's gone over to Fnatic. Can we attribute the sudden return of Fnatic form?
Maybe you could. You could write an article about it.
Yeah, an interesting conversation. He's an interesting guy to talk to as well. Hit a spray and pray. G2 getting a bit greedy. They should tighten up again here. Bomb dropped in the middle of the nowhere, and guess who's up top? Jax. Oh, nightmare fuel here. Nightmare for Lekro.
I thought he was going to hit that one. Rez trying to take care of business in T-spawn. He'll go back with a CZ. He has got 89 HP. Jax those repositioned towards the top and middle. Will he be able to find the penultimate frags here? Lekro so low. 35 seconds now. NiP starting to drop off somewhat. Did get 3 rounds in a row, but they're going to receive equal treatment here as G2 take the lead. This will be their third. Lekro just waiting to die at this point. Might get one. Not going to happen. G2, this is a very good CT side from them. If current trends or anything to go by, T sides always seem to be winning almost in double digits. Pretty much every time it's a evenly contested matchup. Long swarm this time for Twist again, Semba. So keep your eye on that. Jump over the wall, make your way towards long, hopefully beat the utility and get at least one shot in. But it hasn't really worked out for them so far. But like I said, they'll always take it if there's a chance.
And Twist again.
Yeah, it's fortunate it's him. Your sniper with the AWP in hand gets that spawn. This time a bit more comfortable. CTs will smoke the doors, and it's a boost behind the blue bin on the T side. So they've given in.
G2 aren't sleeping on this. They've got the 3 that held long, but they've already pushed upper halls.
That's such a good point. We talk about Dust2 and it's reactive play. They've given up long control. And the amount of grenades that NiP had to expend, getting that long control, you can get a calculated guess as to whether they're going to have 3 or 4 players there. And they've taken that risk and pushed up a B. That's so vital. You haven't got any kills in this. The fact you've got players in T-spawn and you're almost locking the door behind those long areas because there's no way they can go back towards middle now. You're getting players in towards T-spawn. You know they're going towards A.
Can we look at Amanek real quick? What
I was about to say, he's holding in T-spawn for anyone rotating back.
For that, observers.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Okay. This is, well, they're locked in. He's going to have a very quick flank through long now, and if they were to try to wrap back, this is brutal now for NiP. They're running into a blender.
Which it might be the wrap back. This could be a massive play from Amanek here. We'll see. The bomb's going to be committing, so it looks like to be an A finish. 35 seconds. They don't want to run the clock down any further than they have to. Lekro, he'll be going forward next to the dirty angle here of the M4. Looking to get one, drop down, just hide away. Oh, it's good work, but it's going to be NiP with the man advantage.
Jax on the edge now. Hunter. Rez has just been hitting everything. Sheer raw firepower, and now it's kind of fallen apart here for G2. They had the read on the situation. They're not hitting their shots. And Amanek, there's a 4v5 there for his teammates. And unfortunately, his flank is just not going to pay off. Pretty sure you heard the steps mid as well, so he knows that somebody's hot on his heels, and he is going to go into it. Nice clean shot there, at least.
Damn, NiP.
Yeah, you got to give it to Rez, though. 2 big kills to lead on their way onto the site. That was key.
Yeah, absolutely. So an interesting round there. NiP, once again, using that long spawn we've talked about so much before. And this time works out very nicely for them. They get the long control. GT did everything correct, though. They pushed them towards B. They had everything under their remit that wasn't long. Maybe Amanek's positioning, it was intelligent, but might have wanted to apply a bit more pressure towards long while they were committing there. Wasn't really part of the duels. His teammates unable to fend off Rez, who's such a brilliant Dust2 player. Especially gets that Krieg in his hand and he gets some space towards the A-bomb side. You'll see a lot of that. Round 15, though, been a relatively quick one. Twisted the spawn again. Are you kidding? This is going to be another attempt to get out, and they're taking a lot of damage through the flames here. Rez might just burn to a crisp. 1 HP.
Kidding me?
Twist will get the first kill. They'll boost Rez up. He does manage to survive for a little bit there. Pretty more than what he was worth. 3 versus 3. Hunter only with the SMG now. Surely can't find another frag. He cannot, but he gets the headshot towards Twist. That's his 3rd of the round.
Yeah.
I know where Kenny is. Always towards that A side for us. This is brave and intelligent. He knows what a ruckus they've caused on that side of the map. Of course, there's going to be a rotation here. He's confirmed. Boys, you know what to do. Get that bomb over here. It's outside the long doors for now, and Twist is waiting for a retake in this position. Nails it. He's going for the ace at this point. Falls back. The last one's there as well. What a brilliant ace that is. Twist has had one hell of a tournament, Sam. You've got to be impressed with that.
Yeah, he has really stepped it up. And, well, in order for all of us to step it up, Henry, we need to run a commercial break. Guys, we'll be right back. And we're ready with the second half of Dust2. 8-7 was the score of the first half. NiP in the lead. Now we're going to flip. But Twist, he ended it in fine style. An ace on his side, even going back to the off just because it feels right.
It does, doesn't it? It looks good too. Wasn't the best half for him. That was actually his 12th kill after getting an ace in the final round, but it was a beautiful way to end things, and it will build his confidence going into the CT side where he really has to perform. That's where the AWPers have to show their worth. Kenny S had some good moments, didn't exactly set the scoreboard on fire. He got 11. It was a solid showing. After they lost a pistol as well, they'll be happy with that. That's a decent CT showing. They'll be very confident. Considering it's their map pick, they can bring this one around, but so will NiP. Rez is looking on red hot form once again. 16 kills for him. So good at those rifles. Always so efficient. As we move into a very important pistol round here. What will the play be from G2? We'll have a look at their buys, see if we can work it out. Looks likely to be some sort of B play with the 2 smokes and flashbangs. Could be a little split on the agenda, but who knows? It could be Long as well. Long is very favored by a lot of the French teams. Maybe not so much in this G2 iteration. I haven't casted much of them on Dust2, but they used to double smoke the crossover more often than not, flash over and try and get control. But it's going to be a different approach this time. Smoke down towards Xbox, and then Kenny has to patrol long, but that's where Rez He'll be probing with his USP, trying to open things up.
Does he hit the shot? The duel. Thrust and riposte, and they managed to stay even, and now it's going to be on Lekro to hit some headshots here as they push out onto A. Quick plays coming in here from G2. Straight up short onto the site. Nobody seems to be able to hit a shot here. It's G2 getting whittled down, and finally Jax able to find a headshot on Lekro. Man advantage now for G2. Bomb planted. Time's going to be a ticking here. Rez doing the best he can to fight back. Forrest, he gets clobbered. And it's Plopsky and Rez, last two alive here for NiP in a 2v4 retake scenario. Bit of a tall ask here, even for Rez, who's just been crushing throughout the first half.
Damn, it looks like it's all lost for NiP, sorry. It's Plopsky getting some consolation kills. Kenny S getting fired up now. 3 kills. And there it is, 8-8. At this stage, we will have the choice for NiP to force into this one. There's a Deagle purchase for Twist. Considering he's the AWPer, that's quite the purchase. He's got an HE as well. They're going to fully go for it, but looks things. Forrest, Plopsky, and Lekro confirm. They are very handy with the Desert Eagles here. Rez will join them. Twist will say $1,000, considering he's the sniper. He's getting the extra cash going forward. Scout for Kenny. 3 MAC-10s against Deagle and Armor.
It's an interesting decision.
I'm not a fan of it. Against Deagles and helmets, you can struggle. MAC-10s aren't as effective, especially if they position correctly at range with those pistols.
You're going to need, you need Hunter and Kenny to really do well here with the AK. Hunter's had a very rough first half. Everybody in double digits for G2, but Hunter sitting on 6 right now. Did manage to get a couple in that pistol, looks like, so maybe he's warming up here on the T side. We'll need some plays from him with that AK to balance out these Deagles on the side of NiP. Flash up to top cat just to get things cleared up. So we've got map control now pretty much set for G2. Does look like Longhouse has been left alone, though, so they will have to worry about that at some point. Twist is currently hanging out here just waiting, but it may just be rinse and repeat from the pistol round. Straight up catwalk, run and gun, blaze away with the MAC-10s. Frustrating incendiary, but they can get around it if they so choose, G2. I think there's a gap in the smoke as well. Rez is holding close with the Deag. Yeah, there is. It's not a perfect one. Really hard to do that. And here it is. First shot attempt. Not going to get it. Oh, Kenny. Not going to let him take a second shot either. Hunter's there, point blank with the AK. And this is shaping up nicely here. One shot in from Twist on Jax, but it is Forrest and Plopsky, last two alive once again here for NiP. This A defense is getting clobbered right now, Henry.
Yeah, that was the force buy as well. They don't really make much of a dent further than a kill towards Jax. That's about it. They came in with the MAC-10s, and they certainly made it work. Kenny S with the Scouts as well gets a lovely headshot, and that's job done. NiP with no choice but to save the 2 Deagles here. Forrest and Plopsky will have a flashbang. Helmets and Deagles as they hold outside the B tunnels, but G2 don't really have to hunt, as we all know. They'll just be holding up and making sure there's no one holding the extremities of the map. Next up, we'll be having a look around. If anyone's going to get the kills, it should be him. Losing the MAC-10 is not a huge deal, but they'll be up against the pistols next round with no armor. So
exactly.
Definitely wants to hold on to them. Doesn't want to be throwing it away.
You don't want to be giving it away. Opportunity to make some Skrilla.
Yeah, absolutely true. Well then.
Very calm and composed on the G2 side, though.
Indeed, a new international look here. Taking a couple of players from the crazy lineup who did so well at the Berlin Major. Next, and now the in-game leader, bringing a bit of extra firepower in the form of Hunter, a fresh approach, international flair, and actually looking pretty convincing. Considering the little amount of time they've been together, we have been impressed with what they've been showing us so far, although it's been a bit chaotic at times, and the more tactical maps like Train, for example, against Avangard, though they won, it was certainly not convincing, I'll say that much.
That was a slog. That was just, and they got it by the skin of their teeth, man.
Yeah.
Very low adaptation, very low in terms of, yeah, there are quite a few things on the more tactical maps to work out.
That's where we head next, Overpass. So
Overpass,
I need
yeah.
this.
It's going to be fun. Very curious to see what they've got in store for us there. But we have to get there first. And so far, it's still early days in the second half. 9 rounds on the board for G2, 8 for Ninjas in Pajamas. And we've got a minute 15 in the round with G2 getting control of Catwalk. So G2 seem to have a system so far, at least in these first few rounds, which is get that cat control, maintain control outside of long to stop any pushes, and clear upper dark. So now we've got that map control that's going to allow them to set up and go wherever they want, really. We could just rinse and repeat again. Why not? Go straight up catwalk. It's worked so far.
Absolutely true. This time just the pistols against no scouts. No safety eagles. Sure, they'll be difficult to take down. Twister's got one of them, but no Kevlar for himself. Smoke at the crossover. He saw where it came from. That was short. As they set up their final play here. Just want to stick together, have one person watching the flanks. That will be Amanek with the MAC-10. Perfect. We don't want to mow them down. They've bought themselves decent space. Twist had to get a quick headshot there. He's got one more chance. Not going to realize it. And then at this point, bomb down, round over. And at this point, it's managing the situation. GT want to make sure they keep everyone alive here. If anyone does go down, you want to go swinging with that MAC-10 and take a couple with them.
And as we wait for NiP to get in position, update on the second stream. Evil Geniuses, they've taken the first map of Mirage versus Furia, 16-12.
Pretty respectable scoreline there.
And they've moved into trade now. Furia on T side in the lead, but Evil Genius is fighting back. So,
yeah, Furia are no joke on train. So that could be an interesting matchup.
Nice to have these simultaneous games, though.
We've got a bit of a quieter game over here. A bit more subdued, Semler.
What?
You good? Did you just shut down the game?
We're no longer in the game. How did that happen?
Well, you were buggering around a bit, and it seemed to have disappeared, so that's all I can see. I'll fix it.
How does that happen? That's an old bug.
I think that's just a crash.
Yeah. For shame. I only alt-tabbed, I swear. I didn't alt-tab 4.
We've lost the IP now. I'm not going to be happy. That's what I'm going to say. Let's see what we've got on.
We've probably lost it now.
No, I always copy and paste it. I know what I'm doing.
You're not a nub.
There you go.
There we go. Ah, man, look at that veteran commentator here.
Yeah, not my first rodeo. Well then, here we go. Speaking of which, this is a Dust2 veteran. Even more iconic duo, Kenny S and the AWP on Dust2. We'll see what can be done. He'll be in towards the drop-down area of T-Spawn. MAC-10 there still for Amanek. That's perfectly fine, though. 3 players without helmets. That's a dream scenario, especially on a brawly map like Dust2. Throw him in through some smokes. If he can catch someone off guard and get a quick bullet to the head from that MAC-10, it's an instant kill. Double digits for G2 at this stage. Just feeling out the map right now. They know they have a huge advantage. If you force by that second on the CT side, you are sacrificing valuable bits of kits going into this first gun round. 1 defuse kit, an AWP with no helmet, and now just 1 smoke remaining with a few flashbangs. It's going to be difficult to hold this one off.
Twist, this is it. Time to shine. One goes by. Didn't see the second. And this is going to shape up into a long take for G2.
Yeah, I think they're going to want to drop players down with those MAC-10s potentially towards CT if possible. Once they've got long control, that is, it'll be Rez, who's been looking so strong with that rifle. Holding the pip. Twist does have the AWP. He's going to be overwhelmed here. Has to go back towards the car. Here come the MAC-10s. Good shot. Opens things up.
Must win there. Rez trading 1 for 1. Maintains the advantage for his team. Twist point blank. Whips around. Takes down Jax. Oh, this is huge. Twist is having an excellent performance today.
And he's got out as well. He's just going to hold that bomb, which is down. He's got a massive advantage. Even if Kenny recovers the bomb, what's he do with it? He's got 10 seconds remaining. He needs to survive now. Ideally get out of the long position if he can and head towards T-Spawn. And that's where Plopsky's going as well. So really not looking good. We'll just have to hold the long doors and hope for the best. It looks like he's okay. Correct decision. 15 kills now, holds onto the AWP. Their money's absolutely fine. Remember, they had MAC-10s there. So this was one of those rounds where, sure, if you can win it, it's a massive asset going forward, but not a huge deal. Hopefully make a bit more of a dent than 1 kill, maybe get a bomb plant down. Hits Twister. This was remarkable. He barely even saw that first one. Then they're spinning around with the AWP. They can't believe it. And calm down. Yeah, Alex is like, come on, son. You're all right. We're still winning. We've got this. It's through the door. No damage inflicted. Kenny S versus Twist. What a battle that's going to be. Twist is looking great.
Let's see it. Some of the vintage opping on the legendary opping map. The ops really do seem to be settled in at long car. That is the spot. Surprised that we don't see more double op on CT defense.
Ideally, you should. Depends on the team, I suppose, but it does cost a lot of money, and it would be Forrest to pick up that secondary AWP for an IP. So if he gets in a position where they've got like a few rounds in a row, there's an AWP to pick up, he'll certainly get it, but it's not a requirement for them.
I see.
It just means you can have that secondary AWP towards the B-bomb side, a bit more like a turret, either at the back platform or the window. It's a really nice setup, but certainly has its vulnerabilities as well. A team like NiP might even just be more comfortable without. We'll see as the game progresses. We're getting to the bookend of it now, though. Getting up to double digits on either side. NiP would like to post theirs. And he's running quite thin on either side here. This will be a big round. 40 seconds remaining. Looks likely tends to be a B split here. We have got Amanek, who just missed the smoke, I believe. Although the flash he threw. Might have been the flashbang. He's okay. He'll throw the dribble smoke now outside of the B tunnels there. And the B split looking very likely.
Let's see.
It's going to be through.
They've got 3 on this side, though, NiP. They've read it. Got to get some value. Lekro holding close doors. Do we have a fresh smoke going down in CT? We do. A follow-up. This is going to be it. Forrest, he's spotting, sees him. There's the shot. 1 tap on Jax. He was already lit. Now it's on Lekro. Lekro gets his head taken off immediately, but Forrest swings wide, drops the bomb, and 10 seconds left, and he wins it. Forrest! There we go.
That is pretty brilliant from him. I love that from Forrest. As soon as his teammate was in trouble, he knows he has to pounce. He has to swing outside those doors and stop them entering the bomb site. The timing wasn't there for G2. The clock was running thin. He gets 2. The second shot was magnificent as well. And he knows exactly where the last player is going to be. That B split was very well telegraphed. He comes flying back in there, even while he's jumping, calmly taps him down. And when Forrest gets going like that, you're in a lot of trouble. He has been stellar this tournament. He has been influential in their success. As we mentioned earlier, the tournament, like Berlin Major, was his worst tournament ever in his CSGO career. I kind of thought, is this it? Is this the last we see of him? As he finally dropped off, but no. He's been putting in the man hours in, and the proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in him getting a quad kill that round. Only denied because Kenny jealously held on to his AWP.
Yeah,
Did not want to donate it to the Forest Fund. Come on. Charity, it's important.
Well then, double digits have been found.
Buddy, what is going on? What? I'm assuming that's EG winning. I just heard Tarek hoot.
No, that's
no, that was
Vamos
NiP.
as well.
That was NiP shouting coming in there. That means like, come on, boys. But
how do you know that? Well, I guess you live in Sweden.
Well, I do live in Sweden.
You picked up a couple of things.
And NiP have.
This does not look good at all. Next is that I think they'll save already. NiP were just like, oh, actually, that might change things up. They were actually just falling back straight up. Whoa. There's a chance now. Yeah, might as well go over. The fact it's gone to a 4-on-4, they were repositioning to fall back. Money's not great, and this is such a difficult retake. But now, the Orbic NES, damn, that's quite a statement. I'm like, boys, you ain't coming in here. Yeah, that was like, you know what, fair play. Respect. You can have that one.
Twist with 1 HP, Jax with 2 HP.
Classic B-Rush somewhere. Sometimes that's all it takes.
And I was just thinking too, but whatever. Back to EG, they're currently pummeling Furia on T side, so we're getting some Tarek action over there. Yeah, I'm wondering because G2 that's a couple times now where they've run out of time on the clock. So I'm kind of glad to see them just change up the pace and get in there fast and put some pressure on because NiP will have maybe gotten complacent. Right, everything's so slow. Start taking a nap, thinking some rest is a good idea. It's hot over here, you know. Eyes start drooping.
It's quite hot over here.
But that's G2, 11-10. Big round for them to win. Means they're going to be fully bought up for this round. Amanek is going to hold on to the MAC-10, so we might see him as the sacrificial lamb here. Yeah,
that's that snowball effect coming right in. And that's another change Chad was calling for. If you can change the way the B doors are looking in toward the bomb site, at least a retaking that site wouldn't be such a nightmare. If the doors could actually have vision towards the tunnels instead of the other way around,
right.
Tees couldn't just have such a clean run at it, and the retake might actually be possible. That's
Fair
a call
point.
we've all been changing. That's a change we've all been calling for like the last 4 years or something, and for some reason just not coming through. That's the way it was in 1.6 in Source. They just changed it to CSGO for whatever reason. Thought it'd be fun.
It's just Rorschach. Yeah, that's the CSGO devs. You're reaching
Yeah,
up,
exactly.
calling out for help. The CSGO devs look down and say, no.
Well, fast up towards shore. The bomb will be planted here. No problem. NiP touching at straws here, but that grenade is decent. Is that denying the plant? Not quite, but it does take Amanek out of the situation. And it will be now a chance to fall back. Can they fend off the ensuing CTs from long? There's so many of them. Twist looking to land shots to the AWP, but it's him going down to the hand of the AK-47. There are kits available to smoke as well, but they need control of the bomb site first. Kenny S knows it. Waiting for players jumping up towards the site, and now his chance to strike. The flick does not connect, and I think he's in trouble. Pops is coming behind him. That's a guaranteed frag. And next up, could do nothing about it. It's going to be NiP reclaiming the side. Forest once again, Semler.
Buddy.
3 kills to his name. He is coming to life here.
Yeah, he's jumping up. He's up to 12 kills now, and they get the double up and play. Pretty sure G2 are going to be aware of that, though, so we'll see how they decide to react to this. As Forrest will be dropping a rifle for a teammate, getting some nades going as well. NiP should be fully bought up and ready to kick some ass.
Oh, he said it. Are you okay?
I had to hesitate for a second there. Just, but I got it out there, Henry.
The Thor police are on their way, dude. Be careful.
It's scary. It's scary. 11 to 11.
Well then. AWPs and another B rush. Let's get stuck in, boys. The MAC-10s, they're coming for you. And it will be the opening frag. Forrest with the AWP. He needs at least one. He can't let them have full control. Kenny S holds the flanks here. This has got to be a round done. Forrest going to pull one back, but he's still stuck in an absolute nightmare. Bomb planted. It's the B rush again with a couple of flashes off the back of it. That works out so nicely. Kenny S from middle just to get the rotating kills as well. Big round from G2.
Yeah, fighting right back. But if they can save both ops here, NiP, do you reckon it's because he saves both ops? They're like, well, Forrest, you usually
honestly,
take the second op.
It's not. I wish it was that nuanced. It's just because.
Probably just YOLO.
It's just because, like, the analysts were talking about this, I think, 2 days ago. The B bomb side, like, it's such a 50-50. It just comes down to if you hit that first shot of the CT, if you miss one shot and they've sent a B rush in at this level, like, if they just get one kill, it's just round over. You can't retake it. So sometimes you got a couple of good flashes. There's one you can bounce off the cubby, and you bounce one off the tunnel, one in the cubby. If he just flashes them, or they've got a nade in their hand, you get one kill. It's just enough to win a round, and that's just the tragedy of Dust2 in a way. It needs a few changes. That's all it needs, because it has lost some of its great characteristics, because those sort of rounds happen way too often and they're very successful. Even the best teams in the world, you see Liquid really struggling against CZ's rushing B as well. There's just not really much you can do. You can throw the incendiaries, they get extinguished, they flash, and they've extinguished them, you can't see the flashes coming. It's just a bit of a nightmare sometimes. That's why Dust2 is not as beloved as it used to be.
I mean, yeah. Brain is on the fritz here, Henry, for a second. Got to reboot. Let's see. This will be the quicker take here from G2. Finally starting to pick up the tempo, G2. A couple of rounds in a row now where there's going to be all-out aggression. Very early on, under pressure here at NiP. Nobody taking any damage yet, though, and Twist still here with the op. Rez is going to win the duel, and Twist finds the follow-up on Jax. Getting bogged down is the last thing you want on Catwalk. You are so exposed up here, so many angles. Nexa finds one. This is a must-win here for Plopsky. Going to force him back. Kenny under pressure, but it's Animanek and Kenny. And they've done so much damage to the CT side in the meantime.
Yeah, well, it might all be in vain at this point. Oh, nice positioning from Amanek. You just see the toes of a low HP Rez. Now he's got a real chance of winning this, so Twist needs to be very careful. Try and run the clock down if possible. They have got him isolated. It always controlled by Plopsky, but only has the FAMAS and low HP. He'll go down here. Oh, it's a great shot. He shouldn't have been winning that.
Whiffed completely.
Yeah, just one bullet required in this general direction, and it doesn't happen. It looked like Plopsky was in a lot of trouble there. And there's the double orb setup, picked up finally by NiP. So Forrest, he'll probably want to position himself now like in the window instead of in the bomb site. If they're vulnerable to those rushes, you need someone in there kind of scrapping close range for you, and then Forrest duck and weave from the flashes from the window position. It seems like they're too vulnerable. They have low money again. Do you think G2 have the audacity just to rush B again? Could they do it?
I would love to see it.
Just do this one more time. Another victory of
it worked
MAC-10s and
well.
pistols.
And if Forrest is going to have that op over there,
yeah.
you only have one rifle that you have to deal with, or one thing that can spit a bunch of bullets at you have to deal with. So if you're going on a weird half-buy, just do it. Just do it. I mean, you don't even have that terrible a spawn for it either.
Surely. We'll see though. Oh, they're buying
It's
into
looking
it.
like long to me right now.
Oof, this is quite the commitment. Have they gone all in?
They have.
It hasn't. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Let's go, boys.
This could be a turning point in the game. They are going to send Hunter towards B. I think he's going to suggest they're doing the B thing again. That's all. Wow, just into a bit more of a default with pistols here. Firing off Glocks to suggest we've got nothing else but Glocks, boys. Don't worry about us. Just a few Glocks here, nothing to see.
They've only shown Deagle and Glock sounds.
Yeah. That's all part of the plan.
So this is definitely, this could bait NiP into being a bit more aggressive than they would need to be here. Curious, because look at how close Lekro is holding. Well, he's got the MP9. They have CZ? Yeah, they do. Run boost. Clever! Hunter with the headshot on Rez. That's the heavy hitter gone for NiP. And man, even managing to pick up the follow-up. Lekr0 under pressure at long. This is where the bomb is, though. It has to be going down, and G2 will manage to crack the defense. Hunter even stopping the rotation before it can even get underway.
What a round that was from G2. Very good mid-round calling. Working out where they could exploit the defense. Oh, the bomb's gone in the worst spot.
That's unfortunate.
They've actually maybe caught themselves a mischief here. It's recoverable. They can, like, okay, they got a flash. They're fine. They can grab it. No problem. It was about, like, if they didn't have that flash, it could have been a lot of trouble there. Forrest could have sprayed them down one by one, but he'll go down eventually. So, need a bit of a stronger arm on that throw, but overall, it's absolutely fine. Didn't pick up the double off on the T side, but you don't really want that when you know you've broken the money. The CTs, 13-12, and G2 and cruise control right now looking good to take this first map. As we'll just see Deagle. Oh, I say just, they are going to fully invest here. They're swinging for the fences. This could be GG in itself. It'll be 14-12 if they give this one up, and they'll have to full eco. So, really under pressure right now. NiP have taken a huge gamble.
No loss bonus to fall back on either, yeah.
That's a good point. Wow. CZs. And 2 flashes, no kits. This is bottom of the barrel in terms of force buys.
Forrest. The sixth sense. He just knows the guy's pulling a grenade out.
Yeah. Gut feeling.
That's so frustrating. Still a trade. 4-on-4 still favors G2 in the situation. Not only the firepower, but the man advantage or the manpower. No leg there for Kenny. There we go. That's crisp. A little bit of the flusher there. One shot, headshot, get it done. Channeling. I guess Scream would be more fitting. Low on taps.
Been a while.
Been a while, yeah. Where is he these days?
Couldn't tell ya.
Yeah. Probably just living the stream life.
I think so. Well, here we go then. This we're talking about this quite nonchalantly, but it's actually pretty much the game for NiP. G2 have taken this round in their stride. Didn't really receive much more than that initial kill from Forrest in lower B. And now they have to save the Deagle armor because they will have absolutely nothing to go that extra round. They're going to have second stage loss bonus. That's going to be like $1,900 per player on top of 0. And it's going to be 14-12. So pick your poison, boys. You force buy and try and deny map point, or you take the full eco and play for overtime. And we'll tell. I'm not sure which one is the craziest. Considering you've already got 2 Deagles in armor, maybe just go for it. You could get the scouts on those 2 players with armor. They could drop their Deagles. That's about as exciting as it gets, I think.
Cross your fingers and hope.
Because otherwise, you take a full eco. They need, to be fair, they need 3 rounds in a row on the CD side. Isn't impossible, but it's certainly not ideal. I see a scout purchased, and Twist has gone for the full investment here. It's the rest of them might as well.
This has really just been back and forth. I'm actually surprised it is this close, considering it's just been tit for tats for so long. Usually this would completely wreck a CT opponent.
How can he hit 3 shots through the door, by the way? He hit Twist twice, and he hit Forrest. That was so stupid.
I was distracted by the scoreboard.
I couldn't believe that. That was insane. It's quite rare to see, like, 1 hit through the door, and then he gets all 3. They were challenging a little bit, to be fair, but still, he hit everything.
You don't mess with Kenny, man.
No. They should know by now.
Seriously, how many years has it been?
At least 2.
Oh. Still, the trap has been set here. NiP holding close with the Deags. Looking for the shots. We're walking right into the trap. They will clear it. Hunter even going for more. Triple. And so it's on Forrest. He's outside of B. Definitely hearing this, though. Amanek is close enough to warn his teammates, and they are going to be ready. Next up, trying to find that kill, and they are going to shut it down. Map point for G2.
Yes, convincing stuff, and they didn't force buy that round, but Twist, he got the scout, which is all his gold, I'm afraid, so he'll be down to just $2,800 or something. So he's get the MP9. The rest of them 4-4s. They now need 3 rounds in a row. It's not a terrible scenario, but it's certainly not great. They do have 4 rifles, but no kits. And Kenny S knows he has free reign in the map. There's no chance they have an AWP here. No one can challenge with that mid position. He knows it. He'll be going in quickly. So will Hunter. Not a massive fan of these massive commitments when you're at map points, but let's see how it works out for them. Got the trade, and actually that's not too bad. 4-on-4 they'll take at this stage. Rez behind the blue box. Will be overlooked. Not this time. Jax well too aware.
Sick work there from Jax. That's it.
Oh, nice play towards T-Spawn from Forest, but it might be too late. He actually might be in the worst position in the map right now. Yep, that's going to be it. Well, GG in the first map. That will be G2 taking their pick, but remember, they have been struggling on their tactical aspects overall. We saw it in their victory against Avantgarde. They didn't look like they had everything battened down in that department, so overpass could be tricky, but NiP... We'll wait for this one to close out. Jack will do it. And it's a pretty convincing finish there towards the end. NiP played a pretty solid game as well. It wasn't like they were falling all over the place. A few B rushes against the Pistols will cost them that second half, Semler, I would say. Like overall, if B rushes with CZs work out twice for you, you're pretty much onto a successful half there. And GT managed to recover their economy twice with that approach.
Yeah, it might... I don't think that this is one of those frustrating losses for NiP, but they did put up a fight. It's not their map. Maybe a little bit of frustration because there was a window for them to take it, but still, it is G2 winning it. We are going to go into overpass. That is a map where NiP should be able to get the lockdown going, especially after what we saw from G2. But I'm looking forward to having a 5-minute break because for whatever reason, I'm finding it very difficult to concentrate right now. Need some more coffee, Henry. Let's get into it, guys. We're taking a break and we'll be right back.